I want to take a moment of your time to talk about the recent June Nintendo Direct that happened literally yesterday. So let me get my general thoughts out of the way on the Direct itself, and then we'll talk about pretty much the two games that interested me personally. So the whole Direct, which is a general Nintendo Direct, so you would imagine, right, that you would be going into a Direct thinking, oh, this is definitely going to be one of Nintendo's like strongest Directs, right? Because like, if you ask me, the 2023 Direct is still one of Nintendo's strongest and is one of my most favorite directs they've ever done in quite a very long time. I think that will still be the strongest Nintendo Direct they've ever done. The 2026 one, though, I'm sorry, but this was actually quite a weak Nintendo Direct. I know it might be a strong one for those who might like Final Fantasy, might like the other third parties that were shown there as well. But for someone who doesn't really care about Final Fantasy or any Dark Souls games or whatnot, it just I'm just sorry, it just doesn't really appeal to me. There was some Nintendo first party games like here and there as well. We got some, but we didn't get a lot when as we thought. And let's just address the elephant in the room. There was no 3D Mario. There was no Mario Kart World DLC. There was practically none of that anywhere to be seen. I could have seen the Mario Kart World one like not being there. Like I definitely understand that like wholeheartedly. It's almost like Nintendo is kind of wanting us to forget that game even existed. But what was funny, right, is before they actually started the Direct, they already had like trailers for games that have already released. Which is kind of funny because then they actually did have a trailer for Mario Kart World, which is like, okay, so they do acknowledge it. Why do they just not keep fixing things the community has been talking about with the game, right? Like, improve the intermissions, give us 200cc and whatnot, give us new costumes for the characters that don't have them. It started off with Rhythm Haven, which, I mean, it's fine, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a rhythm game, like a proper rhythm game. Because if you know me, I love rhythm games. I love DDR. I love Pump It Up. I love Step Maniacs. I love ITG. I love Tuniform. I love Dance Rush. I love what's the other ones that I've played? I have tried Beat Mania 2DX. I've tried U-Beat as well. That sort of stuff as well. And I have played both modern and old DDRs as well. I mean, DDR would have been nice to see if it was there, but and then it went into some third parties. Doesn't really matter. Rayman Legends Retold was definitely one of the games that I'm interested in playing. Yeah, I am definitely interested in playing and checking out the game. It looks pretty good for the most part. I know there's definitely been some complaints with it from what I've heard. I know the character designs have been criticized. Rightfully so because they just kind of look weird if you ask me. Um, but yeah, the Rayman Legends Retold is looking good. It's coming out in October, so yeah, we've got quite some time before that game comes out. And then we move on to some more third parties and whatnot. We did eventually get to Switch Sports Resort. If you want to know what else there was also the DK Challenge event. There was the Splatoon Raiders thing. There was even an event being held in Splatoon 3 for Raiders. There was the Xenoblade Chronicles trilogy getting Switch 2 editions, as well as a brand new Xenoblade Genesis game that's coming out. I think like next year it said, so 2027. So Switch Sports Resort. So I'm happy to see this game basically getting its own one on the Switch 2 essentially. Now, I'm happy that Woohoo Island is back. However, Woohoo Island in the trailer, if you looked at the trailer, was actually slightly different than what you see Woohoo Island in Wii Sports Resort, Wii Fit Plus, and that sort of stuff as well. But many people know Woohoo Island as the one that was the Wii Sports Resort one. In terms of games that was brought back, so they brought back archery, they brought back bowling, they brought back golf, they brought back table tennis, basketball, power cruising. They brought back the island flyover, which they're calling it prop plane. In addition to those, they're also bringing back ones from the first Switch Sports as well. Which, I mean, that's fine and all, right? Like, I definitely do think that having some things to carry over is great, but but I feel like it was a missed opportunity to also re-include saw play, maybe add the frisbee dog or frisbee golf in the, maybe with frisbee golf they could just put it with golf, and then you have an option between either regular golf and frisbee golf. Bowling, they just kept the 10-pin one. They didn't really bring back these two yet. I'm hoping they do as well. So out of that, so archery, bowling, golf, table tennis, basketball, power cruising, and that one, the island flyover, they're basically all back, so they are returning. The new ones are skateboarding, thumb wrestling, and there was one other sport that I'm not I can't think of right now. Even though it's still fresh in my mind, I just can't think of it right now. In fact, I think I could just look up in the trailer for the game, because they did release the trailer for Switch Sports Resort. I am going to be getting Switch Sports Resort as well. So yeah, they have 12 sports in total. Okay. Oh yes, I'm boxing. Boxing is another one that's returning from the original Wii Sports, because it wasn't in Switch Sports as well. I am kind of curious to see how they're going to do boxing in Switch Sports Resort, because it wasn't in this game either. It was in the original Wii Sports, but it wasn't in this one because they wanted new sports to be included. Now, I want to point this out because I feel like this is something nobody talks about. When I looked at golf, when I looked at the golf footage, it literally just looks the same. There is nothing distinguishing the original Switch Sports one from the one in Resort. It almost just looks like Nintendo just copied and pasted everything from the original Switch Sports into Sports Resort right here. The Switch Sports Resort, mind you. So, yeah, I'm not seeing that many people talk about it because it's because golf is literally right here. And they added when you go into golf. So in Wii Sports Resort, you had an option between Classic, which is basically the ones from Wii Sports, or Resort, where you play the ones that are specifically made in this game. Now, I'm wondering if if Switch Sports is even going to bring back the ones from Club as well, because they didn't do that with the original Wii Switch Sports. They basically only brought back the Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resorts golf courses, but they did not do clubs. I'm wondering if in Sports Resort is where we're actually going to get them, or if they're just going to still keep it as to those, or if they're going to make some new ones exclusive for it. If they do actually make some new ones, that's actually really good, because then it's like we get to see new things, new environments, and it's taking advantage of this as well. I'm going to assume the controls are practically going to be unchanged, but because this is also the Switch 2 as well, where we have mouse controls and more better motion controls, I see the Switch 2 basically as its version of the Motion Plus, like, you know, the Motion Plus, or this accessory right here. But instead of being just this attachment, it's like a Wii Remote Plus already. Here's the thing about Switch Sports Resort that I don't think nobody else talks about. Switch Sports Resort, this game, if they didn't use like the mouse controls, right? I have a good feeling this would have still ran on the original Switch 1. In fact, I mean, it's not really that much of a demanding game, really. It's literally just taking the same engine as the first game Switch Sports one, and just putting it on the Switch 2. It is going to be exclusive to the Switch 2 because of the mouse controls, because of skateboarding, and that's new. I'm thinking skateboarding is probably like kind of a replacement for cycling, which is quite a shame to see, because I think cycling definitely does have its fans as well. Yeah, they don't have wakeboarding. They don't have they don't have canoeing either. They don't have canoeing. I'm kind of surprised that Chambara is gone, because technically this is where it made its debut. So I kind of thought they would kind of keep that one as well. But I guess if they were respecting the 12 sports structure from this game in Switch Sports Resort, then I could see why. Yeah, thumb wrestling is new. My problem with this is, like, is thumb wrestling even considered a sport? That's actually interesting. I might actually Google that. So it's a tournament, but it doesn't seem to be really acknowledged as a sport. So yeah, it doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like it's officially being acknowledged as a sport. The other one is skateboarding. I'm wondering I think this might actually be the one where we can actually, like, freely explore. That's what I'm predicting we can do, because if there's no time limit on how much we can explore, then that's fine by me, to be honest. Yeah, we got the prop plane or that game's version once again of Island Flyover. I'm wondering if throughout this game's lifespan, Switch Sports Resort, I'm wondering if they will bring in sub-sports. What I've noticed was gone was, so Chambara is gone, so Soul Play is gone, football is gone, and badminton is gone. So the only things that were carried over from Switch Sports was this, and tennis from the original. But then they brought archery in, power cruising, and then that, and then like three, like I think that was like two new sports. Oh yeah, and boxing. Boxing was in there, but it wasn't in this one. It was in the original as well. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they did bring back, like, the others from the original Switch Sports. I hope not. I just kind of hope they just kind of left in the original Switch Sports if you want to play them. I'm wondering if with the original Switch Sports maybe they'll do a Switch 2 enhanced boost update, and you'll be able to use the Joy-Con 2s for some of the enhancements, but I don't know. That's the thing. I seriously don't know. So it launches the 22nd of October. And when is October? Let me clear those screenshots. October, what was it again? 22nd. A Thursday. A Thursday. It's kind of funny that Nintendo has been doing these games on a Thursday. I am pretty excited for Switch Sports Resort, but I am kind of disappointed with the lineup because I kind of thought they would bring some of the other things that were in here. Now, here's another thing I want you lot to kind of wrap your head around, okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 sports in this game. But these are kind of the main sports, okay? If we do 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So, if you factor those sub-sports in, with the ones that don't really have them either, you technically have actually got more sports to play in this game than in Switch Sports Resort. Like, you've got 26 sports. Again, I could count it, like, so, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 sports. So, 12 main sports, 24, like, sports altogether. That is significantly more than what Switch Sports Resort had. And that's significantly more compared to the original Switch Sports, and even more compared to Wii Sports, and even Club. Think about that, okay? Like, seriously think about that. There are more sports in this game than there are of any other ones as well. I've already pre-ordered the game. It is £42, so I'm going to say that's like, what, $50? I'm going to assume that is. But yeah, that's Switch Sports Resort. And then the others were like more third party, but they did end it off with the Ocarina of Time remake as well. Which I know that's definitely gotten spoiled as well. So, yeah, it got leaked and whatnot. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it. And the whole direct itself, it's a 4. Like it's a 4. It's a very weak Nintendo Direct, in my honest opinion. Oh yeah, and I guess I forgot one crucial thing to talk about as well. Yeah, they got the sports mates once again, which I mean, okay. I mean, sure, if Nintendo really wants to try and push these as, like, the better ones to use in these games. But at this point, it's like, you've already got Tomodachi Life Living the Dream literally right on the same platform as Switch Sports 2. So, like, can we just... Could we have not just left the sports mates in the first game and have a more proper focus on them in Resort? Like, can we just not have that? Can we not have nice things, Nintendo? But yeah, the sports mates are back. The they're still not as good as the Mii's. I don't think the Mii's will ever be topped. Like, ever. Like, so far, Nintendo has only released 2 games that features the Mii. Miitopia and Tomodachi Life Within the Dream. Literally, Switch Sports could have been that game that really also brought the Mii's. I mean, the Mii's are in there. Don't get me wrong, the Mii's are in there. But the problem is they're also using the same Sportsmate's body as well, so it doesn't really make them feel natural. You might as well just go ahead and use the Sportsmates at this point. And I feel like, and I have a good feeling Nintendo is definitely going to put, once again, another focus on the online mode for unlocking costumes and whatnot. The only thing as well, I hope as well with Switch Sports Resort is with bowling, I hope they don't do survival bowling. I think they should just do like a who can score the most amount of points, like the best, and go from there. Rather than having survival bowling where you're eliminated if you just, well, fucking suck. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be playing it, like I said. So if you want to know when I am going to be playing it, be sure to follow me on my Twitch VODs channel, because that's where I'm going to be uploading the full VOD. And follow me live on twitch.tv/SonicYoshiGamer when it comes out.